Yeah. Hey yo, man, it's your time. Man, fuck poverty. Get this money, man. Fuck you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? I can tell you're mad at me just
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil back in here.
And I'm Leroy. So what's going on, Phil?
Chilling. Not much.
Yeah. So you ain't get your colon checked, right?
What?
You ain't get your colon checked. Like I had my colonoscopy.
No. I ain't think that shit don't even cross my mind.
Yeah, everybody said how I was so candid and honest with the conversation. I'm like, well, was it something I should be ashamed about? I don't know.
I guess I don't know. People don't talk about it. Do you have like a family history or anything like that of colon cancer?
No, it's just my age and that time. When you cross that OD threshold, that's the stuff that you got to get. You got to worry about your prostate and your colon.
Yeah, I think it's 50, right? They want you to get your colon checked.
No, they changed it to 45.
Oh.
Yeah, they changed it to 45.
Well, I think my job's still telling people 50, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, let's get into it. For the second time in his NFL career, 2015 league MVP and current free agent Cam Newton is being scrutinized on social media for making a sexist comment regarding women. The 32-year-old quarterback complained about women who can't cook and don't know how to be quiet on $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Here's the audio.
I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents has been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is...
Like Wallow don't know what he mean.
Instigating.
Yes. Oh, so go into that.
A person who's just, girl, I'm a bad...
Is he like a hippie farmer or something? He got the cowboy hat, he got the scarf tied on his neck, and he got a Superman shirt.
I don't know. He's always been dressing weird.
Bad bitch, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
And there's a lot of women who are bad bitches. And I say bitches in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Well, all right, Phil. So what's your thoughts on those controversial statements that Mr. Cam Newton has said last week? Oh, shout out to $1 Million Worth of Podcasts also, Gillian Watlow.
I don't see nothing wrong with what he said. And for the females that do got a problem with it, they probably the ones that he's speaking of when he say that. You know what I mean? Because I don't see him saying nothing wrong. I mean, they're going to get on Cam anyway, because didn't he get like a stripper pregnant or something?
No, did he?
I think so.
I don't know.
This stripper or Instagram model or something? Something crazy, I think.
Oh, I didn't know he had any kids.
I think Shay told me he had a lot of kids or something.
Well, it's much ado about nothing because, okay, when it comes to, my father used to always tell me when I was little, I'm talking about before mess around with women and all that type, mess around with girls, it'd be girls at that time, little, that he always told me that never depend on a woman to do anything for you. So if you can cook, if she don't cook today, cook yourself. If she don't clean this, then clean it yourself. That's what he always told me. But so in terms of course you want a woman that want to know how to cook because you supposed to plan on having kids with this woman. What are the kids going to eat? If you work all day, and she didn't. She can't cook. So after finish 8 hours a day or whatever, you got to go home and cook too.
Mm-hmm.
So see, that's my point. I mean, of course you want somebody who can cook, but I'm not going to depend on it. But you're going to want somebody to cook because you're supposed to have children, and I'm not in there eating out and all that shit every week.
Right. So that's
unless
just
it's
like
the summertime. Summertime doesn't count because the summertime I eat out all the time during the summertime. But during like the winter and all that stuff, and the kids going to school and eating that shit from the store all the time, no. Now, what was you about to say?
I was gonna say that's like Elijah Wan on the show, Married at First Sight. He just want that girl to know how to cook. She can't cook, and they get on him on social media for pressing the issue, talking about he got an old mindset and all this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's thinking about a family. If you thinking about family, you're gonna want to have somebody at home that can cook.
Right, and we'll get into. Did you see it this week?
Yeah. I'll let you start it up, and then I'll let you know if I seen it or not. I can't remember. You just give me a hint or something what happened, and I'll tell you.
All right, yeah, we'll get into that a little later, but I don't see nothing wrong with Cam said wrong, but he's being bashed as a women hater and all this stuff. But and here's a kick. Here's also a kicker too. The damn man is well, he'll have a job. He's a NFL football player. What makes you think that he's not going to Water Walbert that have to do all this stuff? So okay, Cam Newton is a multimillionaire, correct? And so he's going to have if he decides to get married tomorrow, 9 times out of 10, his wife is not going to work, correct?
Right.
Okay, so what's she going to do all day?
Shop.
But she's not going to make the kids anything for dinner?
Because in their mind, they're probably thinking that since he's rich, they're just going to hire a chef.
Yeah, okay. I hire a nutritionist, and a nutritionist will be just for me. But in terms of a chef, absolutely not. No. So she just supposed to just lay up all day and do nothing, huh?
I just told you what she's going to do. Go shopping. Spend his bread.
So let me introduce you to Travis Kelce's, or Kells as his real is pronounced, supposedly pronounced.
It's called Kel. It's called Kels.
Yeah, Kells, because he said his father at the job, when his father was working, they would just call him Kelsey. And I guess he said they called it so much he just never told them what his name is. So yeah. So meet her, Kel Nicole. Kel Nicole is a pretty lady. She takes good pictures on Instagram. So Kel Nicole rips Bozo Cam Newton's over women comments. Cam Newton says women should cater to a man's needs and know when to be quiet. Cam Newton believes women should have to cater to a man's needs, saying that his ideal partner should know how to cook and when to be quiet. And yeah, he's facing serious backlash. Oh, this is off of TMZ too, by the way. I'm sorry. Travis Kelce's girlfriend, Kayla Nicole, just went off on Cam Newton over the comments made about women this week, blasting the guy for his foolish and tired remarks. Just 2 days after Cam said he believed a real woman should cater to a man's needs and know how to cook and when to be quiet. Kayla shaded the hell out of the former NFL star. By the way, reading this, I can automatically know who wrote it. She ripped him for appearing to define a woman's worth by her abilities in the kitchen and her willingness to allow a man to lead, excavating him in a video on her Instagram page. This man said you need to be able to cook and know when to be quiet, Kayla said, because that's what his mama did. Like, boy, go date your mama then. The Chief star's girlfriend explained her beef with Cam further in a series of tweets on her Instagram account, calling Cam a straight-up bozo for his comments. Pretty sure the average woman is capable of making edible food, Kayla said. How do you know? How do you think she survived thus far? It's called eating out, Uber Eats. Shit. I know a lady. She has 3 kids. She has 3 kids and don't know how to cook. And this is a woman that's like up in age.
Right.
She's older than my sister, so she's got to be like in her mid 50s now, 51, 52. So I don't know what the hell she talking about.
Yeah, I got a coworker. Well, there's a lot of girls that don't know how to cook in my job because they tell me they don't cook. One of my coworkers, she got 2 girls, and she said she used to just go to the supermarket, just buy a whole bunch of stuff, and whenever somebody hungry, they just make their own food. I'm talking about one is just went into college right now. The other one is still at home, but they've been cooking for their food since forever.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was weird.
Yes. Oh, and then this person that I'm talking about, she bragged and boasts about how she can't cook. I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to do that. And I always say to myself, you got 3 kids and you don't know how to cook. I mean, when I say know how to cook, I ain't talking about making 5-star dinners.
Right.
Well, shit, you can just get a George Foreman grill and slap some hamburgers on that grill and make some vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Was you about to say something else?
No, I was just going to say, like, why is she's in a relationship? So why would she jump on social media to take shots at Cam? Like, it don't make no sense.
Mm-hmm. It's really not a matter of she can cook. It's more like she doesn't want to cook for your hungry hippo ass. Kayla, who's been dating Kelsey since 2017, then poked fun at Cam for currently being without an NFL team, saying he has nothing but time to be quiet and get his ass in the kitchen. Cam, meanwhile, has yet to clarify his comments. Well, let me say something in a Miss Kayla Nicole. Now, Kayla Nicole is in a interracial relationship. Travis Kelce is a white guy. Did she ask Travis Kelce what did she think that his thoughts about what Cam said?
Of course she didn't. She jumped right on there and just started spilling her thoughts.
Because I'm pretty sure Travis would agree with what Cam said. Well, look, my mom can cook, made us dinners or whatever. So I want to say something to Miss Nicole. Any of our sisters that want to be in a interracial relationship with a white man, let me tell y'all something. These white men ain't into that boss shit, that boss bitch shit, or I'm a queen and I'm a boss. When did you ever hear a white woman say anything like that? You ever heard a white woman say I'm a boss nope. Bitch, or I'm a queen?
Nope.
So sweetheart, the contract isn't even filled out yet. So you better tread lightly of what you should say. Number one, you shouldn't even be on fucking Instagram anyway. You shouldn't even be on Instagram anyway, voicing your opinions. You can be. I don't see nothing wrong with Instagram if you like showing your family picture of the kids or whatever stuff like that, Christmas time and Happy New Year to everybody. That's different. But when you on Instagram, you're NFL. Well, I guess you're trying to be an NFL wife, and you bending down showing your ass crack.
He's not marrying her.
Well, these comments right here is telling me that he's not. I agree right along with you.
They've been together since 2017. It ain't like they're young. You know what I mean? So if he was going to marry you, he would have married you by now.
Yeah. So, well, Philip said they ain't getting married. So the contract isn't even signed. And you running your mouth like this. Don't white men think like that. These I'm a boss bitch and I'm a queen and all that stuff. This is only stuff that black men have to deal with. Because I don't even think our Latino brothers ever dealt with. I ain't never heard no Latino woman talking about how she's a boss bitch. That's only black women stuff. Mm-hmm. And these white guys, okay, yeah, he works in a primarily black business on the field. And yes, he's a hip hopper and he dances better than I can. But at the end of the day, he's still a white man and he has a father. And they're not going to stand for that bullshit, that I'm a boss bitch bullshit and all that stuff. So if she don't know how to cook, I hope that she be able to get, well, like Philip said, hell, you got some money, get little culinary classes or some shit going on there you got, because that white man ain't going to deal with that bullshit. So you better tread lightly. And like Philip said, I agree with right along with him. He's not marrying her. He's not marrying her at all.
How old is Kelsey right now?
Oh, shit. He got to be like in his, what'd you say, mid-30s?
I would say 30, 31, something like that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. 32. He'll be 33. 33 in October.
So he got about 2 to 3 more years left in the NFL.
Yep.
Do they have any kids together? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, he definitely ain't married that girl.
Because didn't they was together and they broke up and they got back together recently because she was when the Chiefs was in the playoffs, she was all over the Instagrams and the
internet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nice looking woman though, but come on, sweetheart, your thought process is totally wrong. First of all, you need to get the fuck off the Instagram. Well, like I said, you can be on Instagram, but stop voicing your opinions on bullshit like you. Whatever what Cam Newton says has nothing to do with you if you got a boyfriend and you are happy in a happy, healthy relationship. If Cam Newton want a wife that can cook, so what? So what? He'll voice his opinion of what he want in a woman. Women talk about what they want in a man all the time. He got to be over 6 feet. He got to weigh this much. He got to be at the gym, such and such. So, okay, Cam Newton say he want a wife that can cook. And what's the big deal? So tread lightly, sweetheart, because the white people don't play that stuff. Okay, y'all keep thinking that these guys are real woke and all that stuff. I've never heard a white woman talk about how she's a boss bitch. Cause I'm a boss bitch, and doing that shaky thing that Cam Newton did in that video. I've never seen a white woman. Maybe they might do it on that Real Housewives shit, but that's a TV show. I've never seen a white woman talk like that. So yeah, that's my little rant. Okay, now we got this woman on Instagram. I don't know her name. She took herself out on a date and then shocked by the bill. This restaurant is Lilia in Washington D.C. on H Street. I think that's the H Street. So Lilia is a Caribbean type of restaurant. And before I show you the what she said, I'm gonna show you the menu. Now, the menu here, as you can see, the menu isn't all that expensive.
They are reasonable.
Okay, so she went on Instagram and said, I'm not trying to be negative, but I was dating myself yesterday, and I don't think I'm going to do this again. She said does this again, but, doing, she meant. Shout out to spell check. But so she bought oxtails and jollof rice, $34. And she bought, what's the name of this beer? Stella Artois?
Yeah.
For $7. So it came up to $41. You got sales tax and you got a gratuity. Her total bill came up to $52.48. So number one for this lady, I don't know how old this lady is, but oxtails was expensive when I was a little kid. So you went
still today, exactly.
Right. So you went into the game. Buying some of those expensive ass oxtails. You should have bought something else.
She should have went and got her a slice of piece in the soda.
Right. And the place is nice on the inside.
Right. So it's a nice restaurant. You had a nice bill. It's going to cost you.
Right. And then that's another thing. She bought beer, alcohol. Now, when going to these restaurants and all that shit, that alcohol is expensive.
A $4 beer costs $7.
I had went to Tootsie's one time. It was that speed dating. It was the speed dating one that you didn't go to. So, black people time. So it started late. So we was just all sitting around. I said, "Oh, let me go and get myself something to drink." So I had asked for a Captain and Pineapple, and they gave me a Center City drink, which they pile a whole bunch of ice in it, a little bit of Captain Morgan, and filled the rest up with pineapple juice. And he said, "Oh, that'd be $8." I'm like saying to myself, "Shit, $8." I'm about to say, you know what? Never mind. I was just about to say that. I'm like, God damn. I said, I know I'm a hold on to this and hold on to this drink until I leave.
Speaking of that, me and Shay went out to dinner on Saturday, and Friday. It was Friday, and take a guess how much this costs. 2 drinks, an order of wings, a salad, and some shrimp tacos.
Oh, where's this?
The City Winery.
Okay, and what was the drinks?
It was just like some I don't know, fruity mixed drink thing.
This wasn't two of each. It was just the wings and a salad. You said, right? No, the shrimp
wings,
tacos.
The wing salad and the shrimp tacos.
Okay, wing salad, shrimp tacos, and 2 drinks. I'ma say it came up to between $60 and $75.
It was about $95.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I went when I got that, looked at that bill. I said, "Oh shit, we didn't even get that much stuff."
And this is regular wings. Wasn't nothing special about the wings.
They was like maybe a honey barbecue wing, regular wings. It was probably like maybe 11 like wing things, not like a full wing. Like if you get buffalo wings like that.
Right.
We went to see Brian McKnight, and before we went, we had to make reservations if we wanted like the full menu, because during the show they only have like the smaller plate menu, so we got the full menu, which was more bullshit because it wasn't a lot on that menu to begin with.
Where was this at? In Temple?
The City Winery.
No, I'm talking about Brian
It's not
McKnight.
too far from our job. Yeah,
Brian
that's what I'm talking about. The City Winery.
So it was just
it was
by
like
itself?
it was like, what was that address? Like 900 Filbert.
Okay. Yeah, it's the fashion district. It's inside there. Yeah. So what did you come?
It's like right there. It's right across the street from 7-Eleven. Like right on that corner.
Right from the parking authority. You talking about? So that's the way you entered. You didn't enter through the fashion district.
Right. I don't think it got an entrance to get in there from the fashion district.
Okay.
You can see it in the back, like if you're standing in the street, you can see like the little tunnel walkway thing that will take you to the parking lot. But that restaurant, you go in the front doors. It was kind of big too. I
didn't know they did concerts in there.
Oh man, they got a lot of acts. Your boy Jizza, he's coming down there. And then I think Eddie Griffin. It was a lot of shows down there, and I was surprised too because Brian McKnight sounded real good.
Is it big inside?
It's big, but the way they had it set up was kind of bullshit. Like everybody was like together, and they had like a small ass table that set 4. But those tables should be like a 1-on-1. It shouldn't be no 4. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Did he sing?
I don't know what that is, but he sung a lot of songs. He sung a lot of songs. And,
yes, you do.
Like at the end, he was letting people raise their hand and pick songs, and then he was singing those songs.
That's cool
though. He sound just like he sound on the radio, so that's what I kind of liked about it. Because you know how these singers be when they get to singing live, they don't sound nothing like they supposed to. But he sounded just like he was supposed to.
Well, that's just how I sound, like off the record.
Yeah, whatever. I was in line waiting to go to the bathroom. It was this old white lady, and she was like, "Yeah, I just seen the show. It was really good." And Brian McKnight, he's fine, and this and that. She was talking about he aged like wine. He's so handsome of a man. She was going on and on. I'm like, look at this old lady.
She was talking to you?
Yeah. And she was telling me about CeCe Peniston got a show. She was like, she's a one-hit wonder. I don't know how she's going to perform in here, this and that. And she was talking about different shows and stuff.
No, she's not a one-hit wonder.
I'm just telling you what the lady said.
But yeah.
But
lady,
so when
ahead.
I was gonna say. So after we ate upstairs, we had like an hour. I think we started eating at 7:30, and our showing starts at 9:30. So then we went downstairs, and the girl came around. She's like, "Here's the menu." He was like, "Nah, we already ate." She's like, "Oh, you gonna do me like that?" We got, I think, 2 drinks downstairs. That was like $28. They sock it to you.
Yep. God damn. These are regular size drinks, right?
Yeah. Like if you get like the what do you call them glasses? I guess it would be like a round, I guess like a champagne type of glass, but it got a drink in it, not champagne, like that.
$14 a piece.
Nothing special. Like my joint had a cherry and some strawberry. It was like a little fruity drink. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to get twisted or nothing. And I don't know how much it cost. I just remember the bill was like $28, so I just said it was about $14 a piece.
Now, what I want to know is, did they raise the prices because it was an artist performing there, or that's their regular everyday price?
Well, I don't think, because you can be at the restaurant and not have tickets to go downstairs to the show when the show starts. So like a lot of people were just there, and we seen people, like I was sitting at the window at our table, and you can see people walking past, looking all on our plate and looking in, and then they came in there. So for one, I didn't need reservations. We could have just walked right in, and then two, like, yeah, you know what I mean. And they lied to me because I'm asking the lady because like you always say, I got to be difficult.
Yes.
I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, what was it? What was the thing that was on the menu? Short ribs. So I'm looking at the menu outside. There's short ribs on the menu, but I don't see it right here. So she like, hold on, and then she go outside and look at the menu because they have a big menu posted like outside the door. And then she come back. She like, yeah, that's our winter menu, and it's not menu we running right now.
Then why is it still there?
Like, only in the wintertime, y'all make some damn short ribs. Like, what's going on in the winter? Like, just why is it on the menu? Then take it down.
Okay.
Oh man, you got to see their menu.
They only have ribs in the winter.
Exactly.
And damn Chili's got ribs all year round.
I gotta take a picture of the menu for you, send it to you, because their menu was like a damn bar menu. It wasn't a lot of stuff on the menu to begin with.
Right.
So you would think if you're supposed to be a restaurant and y'all taking reservations, you would at least have a lot of stuff on the menu. And it's not like they just didn't have it. They don't even have stuff on the menu. You know what I mean? So I thought that was crazy. That's why I would never go to a restaurant to get wings. You know what I mean? And tacos. The tacos was duck, because that's the only kind of tacos they had was duck tacos.
Right.
I didn't like it. So that was a waste of my money.
Well, they should up there they should make it a restaurant menu instead of, like you said, a bar menu, because you watching Brian McKnight and you want to eat buffalo wings.
Yeah, buffalo wings, French fries, a cheeseburger, a chicken sandwich, like come on now.
You with your wife in a nice establishment, y'all want to sit down and might want to eat a steak or something. I don't know what you want, or you might want the short ribs, but that don't make any sense to me.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, they need to change.
I'm gonna probably jump online and let them know about that too.
And then when you say City Winery, I'm thinking it's like a nice place that you can sit and have a nice meal with wine. So you're gonna eat wine with some buffalo wings? I could have stayed home. Yeah, they need to.
And I was surprised because you know how the old heads get, they get real dressed up nice and stuff. But then there was a couple young bulls in there with t-shirts on. Like, damn, you would think this is it was called like an evening with Brian McKnight. You would think like they didn't dim the lights. He's on the stage singing these songs. You're gonna wear something nice. You got t-shirts on and shit.
Yeah, that's bullshit. But shout out to Brian McKnight too. And the City Winery, I love to see this email and that you're gonna write them, and I love to see the reply they'll give you. Like, look,
I'm gonna hit them up.
Y'all
that's some bullshit. Because what they did was, when I was talking to them online, they was like, you can eat at the show. I said, but when I look at the menu, it's not the full menu. She said, well, if you want the full menu, and the short ribs was on the full menu. She said, if you want the full menu, you have to make reservations an hour or two before your show, and then we take you to our restaurant area. You eat your dinner there, and then after that, you can go down and see the show when the show starts. You know what I mean? Because they let you in the show like an hour or 2 hours before the show starts, so you can sit at the table, drink, and eat or whatever. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, damn, I do want the full menu in case you do want the short ribs or whatever. So I got the full menu, and that's why I had to make the reservations. But then when we made the reservations, there's no short ribs on the menu. So I'm like, well, damn, for all this, I could have just been on a bullshit tip and just went down and ate with the regular joint.
So this doesn't make any sense. So the concert had tables there that everybody was sitting on. So you can't have a regular dinner while you sitting watching the concert?
Yeah, that was stupid. That's what I'm saying. They called it a small plate menu. That's what they called it. And that's like cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, French fries, chicken wings, like the same shit you would get at a bar probably, or a sports bar or Chili's or some shit like that.
Exactly. And I never heard of that one. You only can get ribs during the winter. But like you just said, Chili's got ribs all year round.
Ribs. I'm like when I'm looking at the menu, when I made the reservations, I was looking at the menu and they had the short ribs. So when Shay looked at it, I was like, it did have short ribs. She's like, nah, what I seen. Then we looked online and then it's not there no more. I'm like, hold on, something funny going on. Then when I reached out to him again, I said, is it a different menu or the same menu? She said, if you eat at the show, it's the short plate menu. If you want the full menu reservation, I said, all right, well, cool. I got the reservation. And then when we get there for the reservation, you taking shit off the list. Talking about some winter menu. Who y'all think y'all is to be having a winter menu?
Exactly. So what's up with the spring menu?
They ain't got no spring menu. They got a year-round bullshit menu.
Oh yeah, I love to see this email, and I love to see them reply to you. well, shout out to the city. Oh, where'd you park, by the way? Did you park in the parking authority parking lot, or
was there their park? Yeah, it was their parking lot. It was it was decent too, because it was only, if you park after 5 o'clock, it was like $12.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is connected there. So
yeah, so you should like normally, like I think we were just downtown and we wound up paying like $30 the last time we was down and we went to dinner. So if you can find a spot down there, that's money. $12 all day is sweet.
Right. So thanks for telling me that, because I didn't even know they had. I walk past there almost every day, and I never knew they during at the Fashion District side. I didn't know they had concerts in there, but that's decent though.
Well, I wouldn't say that's the Fashion District, because even though it's right there, it's like kind of separated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They got that whole corner on lock, and it's kind of big inside. And a lot of people said they slid in there for like happy hour right after work, so you should check it out.
Yeah, they probably might do a sips there, since it was.
I can see it happening. It was a lot of black people there too, like eating, and like the staff. Like it was two young girls at the front, and then it was like a bartender that was black. It was a lot of black people. I was surprised.
Okay.
Well, and downstairs, pretty much everybody downstairs that was doing the drinks was young and black.
Mm-hmm. Well, shout out to the City Winery, and please, Philip, to send them that email. And shout out to Lydia's on H in Washington, D.C. And this lady, I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. You complaining about the price of the food, but you order oxtails.
So that shows you right there that a lot of girls don't care about the dude that they're going out with. They just going out for a good meal.
Right. Because
she went out, she ate what she wanted at a nice restaurant, and then she talking about that's the last time she going on a date with herself again. So now you're looking for somebody to buy you some food.
Right. And I assume, well, she drunk alcohol, so she's over 21. So you already, when you see oxtails, you already know that oxtails are expensive. So what the hell? Mm-hmm. So like you said, she probably really didn't know. And she said, "Oh, let me try these oxtails." And she saw that. Then she saw that bill. Wasn't paying attention to the price, and saw that bill, because she ain't used to buying shit on her own.
Whenever she go out to a restaurant on a date, she just get what she want and don't worry about the price. And now she by herself, she see the price, and now she want to post it online and be all upset about it.
Right. And then she ordered this beer, a regular size beer, for $7. You could have went to a neighborhood bar and probably got it for $3.
The bottom line is you want to take yourself out to a nice restaurant. You're gonna pay nice prices for some oxtail and in a nice restaurant.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that oxtail and jollof rice tastes good too. Probably tastes good. Well, let's talk about this this queen here in St. Petersburg. What was you about to say, something?
Nah.
No. About this queen in St. Petersburg, Florida, Miss Susan Featherthal. I probably butchered her name. Miss Featherthal was charged with domestic battery after using a cat as a weapon. A Florida woman is behind bars after she used her family pet to cause cuts on her living girlfriend's face, according to a complaint filed in Pinus County. Susan A. Featherthal, 53, of Petersburg, was taken into county jail and charged with domestic battery, according to the complaint. The incident started over an argument Featherthal had with her partner of 4 years over an accusation of infidelity, a document read. During the argument, Featherthal swore she had been faithful and grabbed her pet cat, held it up to the victim's face, and swore on the life of the animal she did not cheat. That's when, according to the complaint, the cat became distressed and scratched the victim in the face. Featherthal later admitted to holding the feline close to the victim to prove her point and swearing on the life of the animal that she did not cheat, according to the document. The victim had injuries consisted of being scratched by the cat, according to Officer Brian Baldy, who took the report. Featherenthal claimed she was the true victim. According to the complaint. She said, wait a minute. So the lady, the girlfriend had scratches on her face. And so she said she held the cat up for the lady to scratch her. But Featherenthal says she's the true victim. So what are you a victim of? Being accused of being a cheater?
So hold on. So they was rumbling. The one girl was swinging, and the other girl had the cat as like swinging for her, and that's how she got tagged up.
No, they weren't fighting. She held the cat up and said, like, I swear on this cat that I didn't cheat. But as she had held the cat up, the cat was in the lady's face. So the cat scratched her. You know, the cat started swinging and scratched her in her face.
Cat must don't like her.
No, they weren't fighting.
That shit don't make sense. So I was just trying to figure this out in my head. Like, how the hell this happened?
It's Florida. Crazy. It's Florida, Philip. That's why we're reading it. Because she said, I swear I ain't cheat. And got the cat up. You could swear on his life. I'm swearing on life of this cat that I didn't cheat. And the cat said, why the fuck are you putting me into this shit? And got the swinging and scratched her in her face. It's Florida. You can't put logic in it. It's Florida. Something going on there in Florida where people just batshit crazy.
Florida and Texas.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't see any of the Sixers game. I saw the highlights. So what you think?
I was watching the Maxey was tearing up. You would have thought he was a superstar. James Harden still can't fucking hit shit. He was like 5 for 15. But I did like the fact that he had 14 assists and only 1 turnover. That's like a super plus. So I can't even knock him for his 5 for 15. That shit ain't gonna work against these better teams though. You got to shoot better than that.
Right. So the coworker had stopped me on Friday and said that he wouldn't give Harden a max deal, but he will only give him about a 2 to 3 year deal.
He's not going to take that. You don't have that option. Either you're going to sign him or you're not. And if you sign him, you're signing him to that max. Simple as that.
Right. So I told him, like, look, you don't have no choice to sign him to the max deal because, okay, if you get rid of him, if he leaves at the end of the season, which could be only a couple of weeks away, a month away, and he leaves, then like, damn, you didn't gave like away 3 good players for a guy that you don't even have no more. So it's like you gotta sign him. To me, it's like no choice. You don't have a choice.
Yep, 3 good players in a first round pick.
Yep. To a guy who is he? Do you think he's hurt?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's playing hurt.
Well, you talking about Harden?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's what I was telling you before. I said we picked up Harden when he was still hurt. I don't know what is it his back or is his
hamstring? Is his hamstring?
I don't know, but the bottom line is he was out of shape. So when you're out of shape, you're going to get all these nagging injuries like that. So I don't think he's 100%, but I don't think he's fucked up enough either to say that's the reason why he's playing the way he's shooting the way he's shooting. You know what I mean? So like he's not 100%. I would say he's probably 80%, 75, somewhere around there. Like he's good enough to play better.
Right. And also, I don't like what he does. I don't like that getting out of shape in the off season. Didn't want to show up and play games to get in shape. The old Shaquille O'Neal type of thing. But Shaquille O'Neal could do that because he's 7 foot tall and 300 pounds. So he can do all that shit. But you can't be doing that. You gotta show that a little bit too late for him now because he's like what, 31, 32? I think he's around that age.
Something like that.
Yeah, so it's a little bit too late for him, but you gotta be professional and you don't show up out of shape, come in out of shape.
And see, that's what I don't understand. These guys, only one I give props to is LeBron because he has that nutritionist and he stays with him like damn near 24/7. That's why he's always in the gym, always working out, always eating right, and he's playing this long. But these guys, when you got that type of money, you're a professional athlete. Your body is your bread and butter. So in the off season, why don't you? This is not a regular job because we go to work fucking year round 9 to 5. They don't do that. They have an off season. In the off season, how don't get your personal trainer, your nutritionist, and get yourself together, and then get on a regular routine where you always, you know what I mean. That stuff keeps you healthy.
Exactly. Tom Brady. That's the reason why he lasted long. Also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't think they have there's no other option not to sign him. And he said that they should have got Bradley Beal instead. And he said the only way he would sign Harden if they do one of them signing trade deals with Bradley Beal. I'm saying to myself, that was never going to happen.
Yeah, no, it ain't happening.
Right. And he was like, man, we could have had Harden after the season because he was a free agent and still kept all our players.
That's and remember when we were talking to my brother and I said the same thing. I said, you don't got to give up none of those players or that draft pick and still Harden wanted to be here. He was going to be a free agent at the end of the season. So at the end of the season, you don't got to give up nobody and you can still sign Harden. That's what I kept trying to tell people. And even the doctor that always talk sports with Dr. Sherrod Carr, he was like, nah, we ready to win now. We got to make the move now. I'm like, oh, you crazy.
You're not going
all of that for a chance that he might not be here.
Yeah.
Like, what if y'all get knocked off in the second round or the first round? You gonna run it back? And if you're gonna run it back, then you got to sign him to a max. Is he worth it? Like,
no.
You're in a bad situation.
Yep.
And then if you don't sign him, you're gonna look like a fool because you gave up so much to get him for as a part-time, half a year type of player.
Yep. So the rumor was early this week the Lakers got eliminated from the play-in. And the rumor is that they're looking at Doc Rivers of being a coach of the LA Lakers. What are your thoughts on that?
I think Doc Rivers served good as a assistant coach instead of a head coach.
Oh, he gonna laugh at you if he knew you said something like that.
Who?
Doc Rivers.
Well, he talks like he this great coach that got all these championships and won all this, and he blew more 4-1 lead, 3-1 leads than any coach.
But see, the thing about him is he's got over 1,000 wins. He does have a championship, so he thinks he's on par with the greatest coaches.
Well, his team started the super team era because he had 3 superstars together. So shit, anybody that's half decent would have won that coaching title.
Mm-hmm. But that's what he would think. He thinks like, well, shit, I'm up there with Greg Popovich and the greatest coaches of all time. I got over 1,000 wins. I got a championship. But it's the other shit that I don't like that he do.
His substitutions is trash.
Yes.
His game managing and adjusting is trash. It's just like, dude, y'all blow way too many leads. You don't make no adjustments when you see y'all league getting dwindled down. They did the same thing last night, but they held on to win. But they was up 22, 24, and then the other team got it all the way back down to 9. I'm like, oh man, here we go again. But then the Sixers put the gas on the pedal again.
Mm-hmm. So, did you watch the season finale of Power?
Yes.
And what are your thoughts on it?
Bullshit.
Okay, first of all, she kidnapped the doctor, and she want to know what's the secrets, what's Tommy's secrets. Okay, the doctor knows that Tommy and Tommy and his brother. She knows they're brothers because they were working in the lab. Okay, so the kid got shot. So he's been in the hospital ever since the kid got shot. Now he left to go to get the medical records and everything. Mm-hmm. So did they follow him from the hospital to home?
And see, how
did they know he was in the hospital?
Exactly. See, I was thinking like, how did she know where he lived? You know what I mean?
Right.
The mom that had the paperwork. How did they know that?
Right. That was ridiculous. And why is she there during a gun battle? Why is she there?
That was the dumbest gun battle ever in Hollywood too. I just want you to know that's the part when I said bullshit on top of bullshit. Because you had the what is it called? The CB3 or whatever?
Yeah. CBI.
CBI, the white guys, and then Tommy and them. It was like 3 different groups. As soon as the first bullet went off, they never showed CBI again. Like, did they just fucking hightail it out of there? Never showed them again.
Yeah,
never showed them again. And then the girl, she came up from behind and had to drop on everybody. So she got to drop on everybody. How was the girl able to just turn around and shoot her like that? And then if you wanted Tommy dead and you wanted the brother dead, when he came out with the gun on Tommy, why y'all ain't just spray both of them and everything?
Right.
Y'all could have just killed both of them and then turned around and killed the other brother because you don't fuck with CBI anyway. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, he a turncoat, and you don't trust no turncoat like that. Not to
And
be down with the team.
right. And then even with him, like he set his brother up to get killed, and I felt bad for Reg. He caught it right upside the head after getting his ass whipped. But why didn't he let him live? You know what I mean? Like if you know this guy tried to get you killed, even if it is your brother, you're gonna have to kill him or he might come back for a second round. Like, why would you let him live?
Right. And yeah, rest in peace to Pound Puppy, aka Scar, because she's got shot.
Mm-hmm. And another thing is they never showed the what's the name? The cop that was shaking him down. Whatever happened to his story?
And they didn't show the doctor. They didn't show the doctor again after when the girl
Right
pulled
after
her
she
in the
got
car.
snatched up in the car, they never
Right.
showed her again either.
Mm-hmm.
It just be holes, and they just act like we don't know what we talking about.
Exactly. And that's what I'm like saying to myself. Okay, now I could see if somebody was okay. The doctor did know that they were brothers, and I could see if he was out and about and they followed him home. But he's been in the hospital ever since the kid got shot. So how the hell would they know? Okay, he's sitting in the hospital. Okay, but we'll wait in the hospital until he pop up. How would they even know that? And then, like you said, how would the doctor even know where he lived?
See, that was my thing. How did she know where he lived?
Right. So yeah, it's way too many holes in that show. Next year, so I guess that the who's that lady? She's she works for the FBI now, right?
Attorney General or something?
Yeah. So
I think one was with the attorney's office. The other one was probably the FBI. Yeah. You talking about the Puerto Rican lady?
Yes. So she's she's investigating Tariq, and she's going to be investigating Tommy.
And that's another thing too. Like the way Power went with Tommy and all them, his face was all over the thing. Everybody was looking for him. So how they got a side view of him in another city and nobody know who he is? That ain't make no sense.
They don't talk to each other. And here's a guy that drives a 69 Ford Mustang. Is he stick out like a sore thumb?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess next season. Oh yeah. Here's another thing that he said he ain't doing Dahlia anymore. He said, well, fuck all that shit. So what are they planning on doing? Does it have anything to do involving in drugs or?
Yeah, it gotta be. That's the only thing that keep the show rolling. Drug dealing.
Okay, so he said fuck the Dahlia and go back to cocaine.
I guess.
And who's going to make this Dahlia? Pound Puppy knew how to make it, but she shot. The brother, does he know how to make it?
I don't think so, but he was around.
Yeah,
you gotta find the girl. And the girl, she gonna want to roll with Tommy before she roll with the other girl that kidnapped her.
Right. So we'll get back to what's the next show? I guess the next show coming up is Raising Cain will be the next Power show, unless I'm missing something. So we'll see. So did you watch Snowfall?
Yes.
All right, now here's a question for you on Snowfall. Now, how did the mom know that Ari is a gun runner?
I don't know.
Because you see when she told the guy that we don't know, like, because his gun runner was there. I'm saying to myself, how does she know that he run guns?
Mm-hmm.
There's another show that that got holes in it too. So what was your thoughts on this episode?
I didn't like how the cop, well, he ain't the cop, what is he, like an agent or whatever, the one that's funneling the drugs. What's his name?
Oh shit. Yeah. The white guy.
I didn't like how he just cut a deal with his aunt like that. Like the whole time we know him, he was discreet. I'm only messing with you. So now you're cutting a deal with his family behind his back without them knowing. Like it's just like you starting drama and making it hot in the streets. The same thing that you always try to avoid.
Yeah. Well, that
was real stupid to me.
Well, you see that the luchador told him the same thing we talked about last week. Like, yeah, you gonna cause so much shit, unnecessary shit. Because if that was me, I'd be like, I would have told her no. And I'm gonna tell Franklin what you was trying to do too.
Yep.
That's what I would have said to her.
I got something good going on with Franklin. This is what it's going to be. You know what I mean? And that's that.
Yep. And I'm like, well, what's wrong with y'all working with each other? What's the problem? You getting your money.
See, he's trying to double dip to get a double amount of money back. You know what I mean? So now he can give out even more money. And I like how Franklin was like, yo, we done. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the dumb face. He ain't know what to do now because even though you got the girl, you don't have Franklin no more. And this girl, she's a little the aunt, she's a little reckless, starting shit in the street. So she didn't get the guy killed. You know what I mean? So you know his goons are probably going to start some shit. The money going to get fucked up, and he going to have to run back to Franklin to get that weight off of him.
And so now the cop is a cokehead. So I'm assuming that somebody's going to catch him, and he's going to give up some information. One of the
he already turned his badge in.
No, I'm talking about telling that Auntie put the hit out, that type of telling.
You talking about yeah. Well, you see, he was all fiending, running in the street trying to get a hit.
Right.
They knew he was a cop, and he like pretty much like, no, I just want to get high. They ain't going for that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this was the 9th episode. Yeah, so next week will be the season finale of Snowfall. Mm-hmm. I want to know what the girlfriend is what the girlfriend is up to, because it seemed like she's too much in the mix to me. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she's a agent also, or she's like a gangster.
Who is this guy that just keep talking to the mom that's trying to get everybody set up? Who's this guy?
I don't know if that's an agent or a damn hitman or what. I don't know. Maybe he could be. I mean, since he's Mexican, he's Mexican, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
He could be another drug person, and that's where that Franklin can get his drugs from, since he killed it with the agent.
But he's not trying to do that. He's trying to bring them down, everybody. Why would he be trying to bring everybody down?
Bring the whole operation down so he can work with him. I don't know.
And I thought like he was maybe like DEA or something, but he's not. Because the boy's at the top of the list, the white guy, so he has that protection. So they wouldn't go behind his back and be trying to get him.
Right.
So he got to be some type of outside source or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
They never really told us who he is either. They just showed him talking to the mom, and next thing you know, he's popping up left and right.
Right. I just can't understand how would the mom know that the guy was running guns. Like, who in the world told her that?
Well, yeah, Javi got snatched up at his crib, so ain't no telling what's gonna happen with him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and then we don't even know what happened to Peaches.
Nope, they left us hanging with that whole thing. They never, and don't nobody even talk about it now. It was like what, episode or 2 ago when everybody was looking for him, and now they just said fuck it, we're gonna just live our life and ain't even worry about it no more.
Yep. And Uncle might get killed. I'm not sure. Uncle might get killed because he ain't 100% down with what's going on.
Well, I think the aunt is going to get killed and just going to drive him over the cliff because for one, he don't even know. Let him find out that she's fucking around with this cop. You know what I mean, behind his back. He knows that she's cool with it, but all those meetups and all this, and the dude was hitting on her and stuff.
Right. See, I don't think she's going to get killed because they already had a death scare with her. What was that, last season?
Mm-hmm.
They already had a death scare with her, and the way they're shaping her up is she's going to be kind of like a rival next season or the last season. She's going to be some type of rival. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they give her a spinoff show. I wouldn't be surprised if they would do that because they focused on her way too much. They focused on her for like what, 3 episodes in a row?
Well, they got to show her get in position because remember they had her running shit when Franklin was all fucked up.
Right. So I wouldn't be surprised if they'll try to do a spinoff with her. I wouldn't be surprised. So Married at First Sight. You said you wanted me to talk about Married at First Sight. This is when they went on their vacation and it was like in the mountains. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did see the retreat.
Now, like I said about Mark the Shark and that girl, see, if I was me, if I was Mark the Shark, I'd have been fell back on her because, first of all, like I said before, I don't like that how she had brought up his mom, and she know his mom is has dementia or Alzheimer's, one or the other. So why you keep talking about, "Why don't you go over your mama's house? Your mama's boy." It's like you trying to dig in something that you know she's sick. So why would you bring her up? And she doesn't know how to shut up. Number one, she really doesn't know how to shut up.
Well, when she started drinking, she started talking shit.
Right. Mm-hmm. And she got mad when they played that game.
Mm-hmm. Everybody picked her as a. Yeah, she was pissed off. Like, I don't care what y'all think. She do care. That's why she's all attitude and was upset.
Yep. and how about that laugh that she makes?
Oh yeah, that shit crazy. But when she was in the bed with Mark, and he said, "You still taking digs?" Because she said his life was falling apart since they met. She wasn't lying though. Like, he didn't got kicked out of his crib because I think he was banging his damn landlord because they was way too close of a relationship. She kept blowing his phone up 24/7. They didn't say they was messing around, but it seemed like he was messing with him. Mm-hmm. So now all of a sudden he got to get out of his crib. Like, why you got to get out? Is his lease up? No, he ain't had no lease. He was living there for free.
So
he ain't got nowhere to stay. He ain't got no job now. So it's like she wasn't lying when she said, his life was falling apart since they met.
So you trying to say that he was banging the landlord so he won't have this for free moving board?
Yes. What landlord gonna be blowing your phone up like that? A female blowing your phone up all the time, all hours of the day, just to say hi and talk to you? It gotta be something more going on.
So the landlord says, since you're going on this show, you're gonna have to get your shit and get out.
Yep.
And we got Katina and Olajuwon. I don't really have anything negative to say about them this week. I do. See, the thing about Katina is she's 30, 31, 32. See, she was one of them wild girls in her 20s, getting high, going out, banging this dude, banging that guy, not really working, not going to school, just living life. And then she got a point in her age. Probably was like in her late 20s when she said, might have been 30. She might have said, you know what, I got to get my shit together. Now she want to go to school and all that stuff.
Right. So, and that's what I was saying when me and Shay was talking about it. I was like, well, because Shay don't like how Olajuwon always say like his college stuff is paid off. He's living. He's ready, for the next phase of life where she's not there yet. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, he's not lying. You know what I mean? Because now he's ready to. They're married. He's ready to start a family. She's like, what you say, her young 30s? You ready to start a family?
Like 31, 32, I think.
Something like that. So this ain't the time now to be getting student loans and be going to school.
Right. Well, see, life is all about phases, especially when in terms of meeting someone. You might find a person that you really like, but they might be in two different phases of their life. Like you just said, Olajuwon, he ready to settle down and ready to get married, have children, white picket fence, and all that crap. She's still going to school. So like he said, how you going to go to school and try to have children? So as soon as you get out of school, you want a job, right? So how in the world are you going to try to get a job and try to have children?
Well, that's the same thing Kevin Samuels was talking about. Like, everybody can't have it all. You got to make your decision. Do you want to go to school or do you want to start the family? And if you go to school and you get those student loans, you need to get a job in that field that's going to make money to clean that stuff up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So don't go to school, get these student loans, and then just say, you know what, now I'm ready to be a housewife. So now you're just going to be the housewife with these student loan bills you got to pay every month that ain't get you nowhere.
Exactly. So I was on his side with that one. I was on Olajuwon's side with that.
Yeah, me too.
Because she ain't in the right phase, and I don't even know why was she on this TV show and she planning to go to school anyway.
Right, and she's one of the girls that we were just talking about earlier with Cam. One of them fly girls who don't care about cooking. Now she's older and she don't know how to cook.
Yeah, that was her life. Going out, going to this club
with her girlfriends. She said when she wants something to eat, she just ordered it. So what the hell?
Smoking, doing this and doing that. Yep. Now she at the age where like, hold on now, I'm starting to get old now. Let me go on and go to school. You should have done that in your 20s or your late teens.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with Olajuwon. Like, look, we ain't in the same phase. I'm trying to settle down and try to get married and have kids and all that stuff. I'm not being worried about you going to school and be old. These loan companies calling and you owe this and you owe that. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
No, go ahead. No,
I was about to go on to the next.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you got the other brother and sister. Like you said, they that's another person. People,
my man can't hold the hand or get a kiss or nothing.
Well, then they held hands at the end when after they saw the fortune teller.
Mm-hmm.
They well, she wasn't a fortune teller. What was she like? What you call them people that can see? Is it called something else where you can see like dead people and talk to them and all that stuff?
I just call them a psychic, but yeah.
Okay, well, the psychic. After that, they held hands and stuff, but
I thought the whole psychic session was full of baloney. But Shay was like, "No, she know this, she know that." I'm like, "See, well," I said because they're adjusting their answers to whatever she say. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm.
She said something like, "Wasn't you like 3 or 4 when such a happened?" Yeah, I was 6. Oh, okay, 6. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so she was in the ballpark. That was a lucky guess, and you still ain't get it right. And
go ahead.
One thing that she said that Shay said or whatever, and I was like, yeah, that was just a lucky guess. But everything else she said, when she said twins and all this, like everybody was just like, ooh, we must gonna have twins. Like a lot of the stuff she was saying just came off to me as BS.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is about his background, she could easily got it from production because he didn't already talk about his background. So, is you really a psychic?
Mm-hmm. And so she was like,
oh, go ahead.
She said, about the background. She said, when you dream, they come to you in your dream. Well, anybody that has somebody die in their life, a lucky guess would be that they dream about them. You know what I mean?
Right. So then we have the Asian couple, and I don't think they're going to stay married.
Noy and Steve.
Yeah, she rides him so much about that working shit.
But the thing is, she want to bring that up in front of everybody and talk about it. But then she didn't want to bring up the fact that she want to post stuff on social media and she don't care what the Dr. Cal whatever and he think about it.
Right. So why does she have to post shit? And like he said, like you posting statements like that make it that everybody would think you talking about me. Oh, I know I'm not really talking about you. I mean, like she's very immature.
She is.
Because that sounds like something that a young teen or early 20s person would say. Like, stop posting that shit on there because you're making it seem like you talking about me. Well, no, I'm not talking about you. That's
and then the drunk girl kept starting shit talking about how he ain't got no job and this and that. And then she get all sensitive and mad when people start talking about her and shit.
Right. Like, look, the guy working computers, he can easily get a job. I mean, come on now. That ain't really hard to find. He might got a savings and he want to chill for a little while. What's wrong with that?
Mm-hmm.
And then
and right now they said that he's paying majority of their bills. Like what they say, like 3/4 of their bills. Like he's paying majority of bills and he's doing all the house cleaning and stuff and keeping up. And that still ain't good enough. Like as long as he can pay, regardless if he got a job or not, you know what I mean. If he can pay his weight, it is what it is. I mean, eventually, once he marry her, because this is a big thing on Reddit right now about is he rich or not. A lot of people saying like he's rich, and a lot of people saying he's not. Then other people saying, well, he got a mansion they live in, and other people saying, well, the mansion is in his uncle's name. Who gives a shit? He lived there. They ain't say he lived with his uncle in that joint.
Right.
If his uncle got 10 mansions and gave him one, it is what it is.
Well, shit. Well, shit. Even if his uncle did live there, if it's a mansion, it's around about what 7, 8 bedrooms and like
that's what everybody online was saying that the mansion that he lived in is in his uncle's name. But who gives a shit who naming it? He lived there.
Right.
So that's what they're debating. A lot of people are saying that he really got a lot of money, but he don't want a girl to marry him for his money, and that's why he's acting like that.
Right.
And I told she the same thing. I said they wouldn't put a dude on the show that just don't have no money and no job. You know what I mean? They wouldn't do that to none of these females. That would be like putting somebody on the show that got 3 or 4 kids. They don't do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. All these reality shows and stuff like that, it's always involving women with no children. Well, men don't have children either. So yeah, they don't allow all that stuff to go on. So maybe he might be rich and just want a girl just to love him just for him and not how much money he have. But if I was him, I don't even know why I would stay with her because she rides him about this shit over and over again. But yet she just stays with him.
Right. But see, the thing is, even when he get a job, he said, well, if I get a job, we're going to split the chores down the middle. She was like, no. Like, damn, so we both going to work, but I got to do all the chores and stuff around the house. Right now, I'm not working, so I'm doing all the chores, and you still ain't happy. You riding me hard.
Right. Yeah, she's like very immature. Mm-hmm. And he always say the men is the ones that's immature when it comes to stuff like this. So, yeah.
That's what they want people to believe.
So, anything else you watched?
Yeah, I watched the third episode of Moon Knight, and I watched the second one again, and then I watched the third one.
All right, so what you think?
The third oone's better. The third one was better.
Yes,
more action, more easy to flow with. And like you said, when I put this, I felt I was doing the same thing you did. I put the second one on again, and I still kept nodding off on that joint. Shay fussing at me. You put this on, then you go to sleep. I'm like, no, I'm watching it. But then I finished through it, so it was okay. I still don't like the little goofy ass fucking retarded character that he is, though.
Well, you got less of that in the third episode.
Exactly. I want him to be Mark. I want him to be Mark Spector and just, you know what I mean, be that character than the other dude.
Well, the thing I liked about it, this episode, is how they worked with each other at the end. Now they got the other guy to decipher what was going on with the map they had. That was a map, right? That they broke down. Okay, now see, he knew about stuff like that, so he got him to do it. And I don't know why he asked Saul when he switched to that suit character, that classic suit Moon Knight.
And he still got power. He can still fight. So I don't understand why he acting the way he act.
Exactly. Yeah.
A man fell off a fucking 10-story building and was just chilling. Like, if you got the strength and you can't get hurt like that, why are you still acting like a sucker?
Anything else?
Yeah, I took your advice and I watched the Samuel L. Jackson joint. That's pretty good. I like that.
Did you watch them all, or
how many is it?
6.
I think. Is it 6? So I watched them all.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good show.
Is it over?
Yes.
Well, it seemed like it. No, it can't end the way it ended. I feel like it was more left to it.
Well, I don't know. Don't quote me on it was just 6 episodes. It might be 8. I don't know. It might be always.
I feel like I've seen 6, but I feel like it's more to the story.
What happened at the end of the last episode you seen?
What happened? Trying to think. Him and the girl, they dug up the thing and they got the money or whatever out the floor. What else happened? He went to the bank. The sister and them tried to set him up and they sent the persons to the house, his welfare check.
Yeah.
All that stuff. What the hell happened? Was it more?
That wasn't.
Remember, he's still trying to find who killed his nephew.
So you didn't watch the last episode. No, you didn't watch the last episode.
All right, so I got an episode to go.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a good. Well, he's good in it, and the young girl, the young girl that's not really all that young, she's good in the show too, because she always talked about how she always playing people that's younger than her, because she was in that Jamie Foxx movie. Did you ever see that?
What Jamie Foxx movie?
It's a Jamie Foxx Netflix movie. What did it involve with superpowers or something? And Jamie Foxx.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, I never watched it.
Yeah, she's
See, when I see her, I think of her as the hooker from that other show.
Yeah. Yeah, that was her.
So how old is this girl? Is she older than what she play?
Yeah, she's like in her 30s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought she was a young girl.
Nah. No, because she was in that Show Me a Hero. Our boy Moon Knight was in Show Me a Hero also. I think he was in that. And she was in it too. And Show Me a Hero was like, damn. Show Me a Hero had to be like 2012, 2013, maybe. 14, maybe. I don't know. That was a while ago. So yeah. Anything else?
That's the only thing I can think of right now.
Yeah, I haven't really watched anything either, other than like the regular stuff. I didn't. Oh, I did look at that. What's our guy that played? He was Darth Vader, and that was Darth Vader that was in. That's not the same kid. No, that kid is probably older now. That HBO show. I know he's a movie actor about the Tokyo Reporter. I forget the name of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a white dude went to Tokyo and he wanted to be a crime reporter, and they giving him shit because he's a foreigner and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to work. He wanted to solve do the crime section, and they wouldn't let him. So he's like doing awful on his own now, trying to solve a murder. It's Yakuza and all that stuff in it too. That's the only reason why I watched it. The first episode was good. I didn't watch anything else other than that.
Okay.
I forget the name of the show.
Doctor Strange came out. You didn't see that, did you?
That's in May, ain't it?
Oh, it didn't come out yet?
Nah. And I told you,
my phone. It flashed across my phone and was like, now I'm playing. So I thought it was out.
I don't think so. Well, I told you that Batman is coming out tomorrow on HBO Max.
Yeah, but you told me it was 3 hours long. I don't know if I can sit through 3 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's 3 hours long. 3 hours and change. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What you about to check?
Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah. May 5th.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what I saw when I saw it. I saw it now playing. Did you see this story about 2 female prison inmates is pregnant?
Because of the transsexual? Yeah.
Is that crazy or what? I thought they put those guys with other men. I didn't know they put them with females.
Well, I think they doing that. They assign you to where you think what you are. But why would you have that man around women like that?
Hey, you get what you get.
Mm-hmm. Tokyo Vice is the name of the show that I was talking about on HBO Max. Tokyo Vice. Yeah. Well, any new movies? Anything he looked at?
Nah, not really.
Yeah, same here. I ain't really look at anything. Well, all right, y'all. You can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at PNL Judgmentals, Instagram at the_judgmentals, or you can email us at pnljudgmentals@gmail.com. All right, dude.
I can tell you're mad at me just by how your face look. You can check the status on my level, not my Facebook. Comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap? I can do it on my own. That's why I produce the track. Don't wonder where my crew is at.